The Warriors obviously defeated the Nuggets to advance to the Western Conference semifinals round, and they will meet the Memphis Grizzlies, who just recently defeated the Timberwolves, to advance to this round. Now, these two teams have sort of developed a rivalry ever since last year. The Warriors lost barely in that overtime, devastating loss in that elimination play-in game to the Grizzlies, and ever since that, I feel like it's been a rivalry. Like, who is the better team? And I mean, I'm here to tell you right now, I think the Warriors are the better team, and I am biased. And you know, the Grizzlies had a better record than the Warriors this season, and they did beat the Warriors 3 out of 4 times they played each other. But I thought, you know, we could sort of preview this series by going through each of these games. Now, the Warriors' first loss of this season was against the Grizzlies, and it was in overtime at home. The Warriors had started off the season 4-0, and they lost in overtime by 3. I don't think that's a super accurate representation of where the teams are. I mean, Curry had an amazing game in that. The Warriors also, in that overtime loss, had 22 turnovers, and that was last October. You can't really compare that to now. Then these two teams met on December 23rd, also in SF, and the Warriors won that game despite being really shorthanded. The Grizzlies didn't really play super well in that one, and the Warriors won that. In their third matchup, the Grizzlies won, but you know, they only won by 8 points despite leading by as much as 18 points in this game. And the Warriors actually, you know, got a lead, you know, at this point, and they were actually pretty good in this game. The Warriors were also dealing with a lot of injuries in this game. And also, Klay Thompson was only in his second game of the season, so he wasn't back to true form yet. Now, the most recent time these two teams played, the Grizzlies did blow out the Warriors, but you got to remember, the Warriors were without Steph Curry, Draymond, Otto Porter, and Klay Thompson. Jordan Poole, despite not having much help, had a really good game. He had 25 points. And also Moses Moody had 18 points. I mean, I don't think he'll play much in this upcoming series, but still, the Warriors, I feel like all of the losses they've had against the Grizzlies aren't super legitimate. I mean, I think they're, you know, I think the Warriors are the better team. And for that reason, I'm just going to say it now. I think the Warriors are winning this series in 5 games. You know, Ja Morant is an amazing player. And the thing with the Grizzlies, I will respect it, they are a very fast-paced moving team. I think their game plan is they're definitely going to want to have Curry defend Ja Morant and then sort of, you know, be able to find mismatches. I mean, Curry isn't the greatest defender, so they're hoping that Ja Morant can run the pace of the game and get into the paint. But I think if the Warriors can run a game plan around having Draymond facilitate the defense, I think the Warriors can easily win. With that being said, I think the series could go to 6 games. I mean, Memphis does have home court advantage, as they did have a better record, technically. But I just think the Warriors are a better team all around. I mean, Ja Morant and Steph Curry are pretty equal, I think. And then, you know, the Grizzlies have Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bane. But both these teams aren't a super big in terms of height. So I think really the Warriors will have sort of the upper hand on having Draymond play big and playing good defense. But I think overall, you know, I think the Warriors are the team to beat. And, you know, I'm definitely very confident. So, like, I don't want to just go out and say, you know, the Warriors, it's a guarantee they're going to win. I mean, things happen. But I think the Warriors, you know what they have to accomplish. They took the Denver Nuggets in 5 games, whereas Memphis barely beat Minnesota in 6 games. And Minnesota, really, you know, the Warriors could handle easily. So, you know, if we're comparing it that way, the Warriors are pretty much set. Now, the thing is, I think the Warriors are also on more rest. They have, you know, more of an upper hand, and I think really the Warriors just overall, I think are just a stronger team. I think really the Warriors, you know, they looked a lot more impressive in their first round, you know, beating Denver, not in it wasn't a cakewalk, but, you know, 5 games, right? And the 1 game he lost was super close. Whereas, like I said, Minnesota really barely winning that series. So, I mean, I think the Warriors win in 5 games. Let me know what you guys think. How many games do you think the Warriors will win the series in if they do win, right? I mean, there's a chance the Warriors don't win the series, but I think they do. So let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, peace out. Go Warriors.